Welcome back. I'm so excited to have you here. My name's Max Action, and this is Build Something With Me. And if you've been here from the beginning, we're on day 20. How exciting is that? This is day 20, moving toward that 90-day goal that you have. And we're taking it step by step. And today, we're talking about something very important that you're probably experiencing, at least have in the past, or maybe experiencing it now as we get further into the days that we've been consistent in taking action. And that's none other than imposter syndrome, right? That anxiety, that feeling of that other people think you're better than you actually are. And they're somehow going to find out that you're a fraud, and now you're not going to be any good anymore. And if you've ever felt that extreme anxiety can be debilitating. For creators, that can mean you're not making videos and posting them as routinely as you need to. For coaches, that could mean you're not raising your prices and charging what you actually give as value. The value that you give is not the same as what it is that you're charging, and you need to raise your prices. For other people, that could be having anxiety attacks at work because they think other people are going to find out I don't actually know what I'm doing, and what happens then? But really, that anxiety can be overcome. And we're actually going to talk about 3 ways of doing that. But first, let's just start out with calling it out for what it is. This is the idea that you are not as good as people think you are, and they're somehow going to find out. So what if you're not as good as people think you are? What then? Now, you can be better. You can get better. You're maybe not as good as people think you are yet, but you can get better. And you can get better through effort, through time, through learning. This is something that you can control, because you can control going out and learning more. You can control getting more experience and exposing yourself to bigger and better challenges. See, what happens is most of the time, people with imposter syndrome back down from challenges. They don't want to challenge themselves because they don't want to fail and then have everybody realize, oh, they weren't as good or as smart as I thought they were. And somehow that diminishes them. So they start backing down from challenges. They don't put themselves out there to learn more. And in essence, they stick to exactly where they are, and they never grow beyond that. And when you're not growing, then it becomes more and more difficult to start busting out of that imposter syndrome area. We've all had imposter syndrome that we had to endure. Like for me, for example, I felt this myself as recently as starting this video documentary, because I thought to myself, okay, I want this to be really, really great. I want everybody that watches this to be inspired to do more in their lives. I want people to be excited about this and say, wow, this Max Action guy, this was great. I really love this. And then I thought, well, what if I'm not that good? What happens if these people realize, like, I'm not as good as I think I am, or that I want them to think I am? And that was really weighing on me. And yet, this is how I overcame it. I stopped caring about what other people think. And I started focusing just on being able to use this as a method to learn, to get better. I can fail here any way that I want to. I can try new things. Right now, I'm trying a new camera angle. I'm a little bit closer to the camera on this one. I'm trying new things every single video. Why? Because it helps me learn. And the more that I learn, the better videos I can give to you, the better message I can deliver to you, and the more value that you get. And that's what I want, is to be able to deliver that value, for you to get the benefit and be excited. And if I could just reach through this video to you and shake you and just tell you, come on, you can do it. And you go out and you take action and you make your life the way you want it to, then all of this that I've done will be worth it. All of the failure that I experience, all of the crazy wild comments that end up showing up in the comment section, all of it will be worth it because it did something for you. It spoke to you when you need it the most. So overcoming imposter syndrome, I stopped caring what other people think. And you should too. Because as long as you're worried about what other people think of you, you're giving the power to them to dictate and control your life when this is your life to control. It's not theirs. It's yours. You should be the one that's in control. You should be the one to be able to feel great whenever you want to be able to explore the world being confident in every way possible. To never feel that type of anxiety again because it's ridiculous to feel that way. So how can you overcome it? Well, let me give you 3 ways. Let's do this right now. So the first way is stop seeking validation from other people, from anyone else. Stop waiting for them to tell you how good you are. Because as long as you are waiting for someone else to tell you that you're good, you can never get any better. No matter how hard you try, you're always waiting for someone else to tell you how amazing you are, how great your ability is. And they might give it to you and they might not. And if they don't give it to you, then what happens to you? You're left feeling like you're worthless. You're left feeling like everything that you've done, as hard as you've tried, has never been good enough. And is that going to make you want to try anymore? Probably not. Is that going to make you want to take action and do something more for your life? Probably not, if you're always looking to somebody else to give you the, yeah, it's okay, go ahead and do that. Yeah, you're good enough. You're good enough, right? Stop seeking that validation from outside people because that's worrying about your ability rather than your ability to learn. Do you see the distinction there? It's the difference between what you can normally do just on talent alone and your ability to get better at that talent because you've learned new things. You're trying new things. You're experimenting and you're figuring out what works and what doesn't work. And you're having a great time doing it. Second one is being authentic. Now, this is a big buzzword right now. Being authentic, being the authentic you, means being real. It means being able to take that mask off that you wear for everybody else, trying to be what they want you to be, and actually being yourself. Being vulnerable and telling people, hey, I'm feeling a little uneasy right now, feeling some anxiety right now, and you can work through it. Being able to tell somebody, hey, I don't like your idea, or I don't like that thing that you did. This is how it makes me feel. Being able to be truthful and authentic with somebody instead of constantly being under the pressure of trying to be what you think they want you to be. Because you can't be something that someone else wants you to be. That's exhausting. You need to be who you are. And will they like it? Maybe not. But who cares? Stop caring about what other people think. It doesn't matter what they think. The only thing that matters is what you think. It's the confidence that you have in yourself. Because any of the things that they care about, that doesn't matter. They might not like who you authentically are, and that's okay. That's their opinion. But you being authentic, it allows you the freedom to be who you are. The freedom to move forward and learn the things that you want to learn, to become the person and transform into the person that you want to be, rather than constantly trying to transform yourself into being something that somebody else might like. Number 3 is focus on learning, not on outcomes. See, as long as you're focused on an outcome, especially when it's validation, the outcome is typically trying to prove yourself to somebody else, trying to prove you're good enough through your ability, rather than learning. Again, going back to being authentic, you need to be who you are. You need to be able to be okay with the fact that you're still a student. Anybody that has been doing anything, no matter how long they've done it, they're still a student. They're still open to learning. And once you've closed your mind off to learning, there's really nothing you can do from that point. You can't grow as a person. But you're focused on learning, not the validation from somebody else. So you can be okay making mistakes. You can be okay failing in front of people because that's the best thing that could possibly happen to you. Because number one, you're not worried about what other people think of you. Number two, you're focused on learning and getting better every single day, just a little bit. And number three, you have the freedom to be who you are, to explore this world on your terms. And that, my friend, that's where you become absolutely powerful. Because it's no longer about other people. You're no longer an imposter. Because it doesn't matter what they think you are. It matters what you think you are. It matters that you're moving closer to transforming yourself into who you want to be. And you're authentic about it. If somebody else doesn't like it, then they can piss off. Because you are who you are. And they don't have to like it. But they have to respect you. And they won't respect you until you respect you. Isn't that cool? It's so cool that throughout these 90 days, you take every single day to learn more about yourself, to push yourself further without the fear of what anyone else thinks. Because you're not an imposter. You're you. And you're good enough for you. And you're getting better every single day because you're putting effort into it. Because you're putting the work in every single day. You're not sitting there just with the talent that you have and expecting everyone to lavish all this praise over you. No, not at all. You're putting in the effort. And any praise that anyone gives you is because of the effort that you've put in, not because of your innate talent. So this is meant to give you some extra confidence, to make you realize you're not an imposter and you never have been. But you have the ability to continually get better every single day. And that's what you should be focusing on, getting just a little bit better every single day, being the authentic you and living life to the fullest. I'm super excited for you. And I want you to continue on every single day, getting a little bit better and a little bit better. And I'm so excited to hear your story. So we're on day 20. Let's keep moving. And until tomorrow, and I see you again, take action now.